I would
I shall
also...
simply go mad.
Oh, man! Tell me the tortoise... I just saw somebody over there named Tortoise. Please tell me they're the kin leader the way the tortoise kin, because that would be amazing. Alright, year 4. Let's go! Okay, Aragorn. We're going back to Karen Aramoth, aren't we? And defeat foes in Numas, talk to Arwen Riven. Oh, let's just take a look at the list here. Alright. Gather remembrance up on Weathertop. We are going back to... I see, I told you we're going back to Canada. Spot the brooch, talk to Rivendell. Pass of the Dead. Thorongil and Pelargir. I did unlock Pelargir. Starting the measurement inside his pavilion. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see what we're going to do first. Well, we're fairly close to a Numinous. So let's go to Tinandir. I like the kin name is having an adventure. That's amazing. I like that. And apparently they got to level 50 on the legendary world. Or no, maybe that character started on this one. But they got the level 50 Fearless title. Good on them. Good on them. Or was that the 130 title? What was it? Oh, Apprentice. I think, is it Apprentice? No, the first one? I don't remember. I don't remember the titles that you get for doing the Hardened Traveler things. The difficulty settings. I've actually been thinking about trying to take a character through that system to kind of earn stuff with it. But I don't know. I mean, I started one of my river hobbits under it, and she died at level 16. And I was actually going for the Undying title, but you don't need to not die to get the difficulty titles. You just have to keep the difficulty on the whole time. Or at least don't go under the base difficulty required. Alright, which I think is just Fearless 1 or whatever. Alright, we need to go to Tinandir. There we go, Tinodir. Because I don't have Illuminous unlocked on this character, so we'll just go to Tinandir the hard way. The worst part is having more remembrances than you need, then is which one, George? True. Look, it's Lake Everswim. See, it doesn't look like Everswim looks so much better with the new water tech involved. Looks so pretty. It's so pretty. So beautiful. Hey, there's a mariner, a swashbuckler. The title Swashbuckler. Though I wonder about how ripply this water is, considering how little wind... Like, the trees are barely moving. So there's not enough water to cause this. And I'm also hearing, like, the sounds of water lapping against the shore, and I don't understand that either. Alright, let's go kill some enemies. And these guys don't count. They have to actually be in Illuminous proper. So we're going to go right to Illuminous. We're not going to stop to talk to all the tombs. We're not going to get all the tombs. No. 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 We're not going to go talk to the Kurgrim. We're not going to go talk to the hardened tomb robbers. The city of the kings! Alright, do you count? You do not. Well, let's go deeper into Numinous. And then we'll go murder people. I think you have to get past this particular doorway and then it counts, if I recall correctly. Yeah, they don't count. But these guys do. God, I love doing that. One more. Who's it gonna be? Who is going to die? How about the Archivist? Which makes me sad because I have a very good friend who goes by the handle Archivist Owl. He's also my D&D DM. Amazing voice actor. And he wants the Archivist title in WoW when they don't have one. Okay, so Rivendell, Pony, Weathertop, still. Let's go to the Pony next. And that one I could just actually take my normal milestone. What the hell? Videocast is live, I think. They've got... I think Cordovan was supposed to be doing somebody's podcast today. On the other side. I think it might be on DDOcast. I'll have to go... Let me go check out... They should have a tweet about it. Oh, by the way, it's also George Takei's birthday today. I just saw that on social. Okay. Why am I doing this? I just need to go inside the door. Hi, Galdwin! Getting ready to perform some band shenanigans. Do 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 do. Okay, we got a smoke to the right of the stage. Okay, so this is the stage. And it's really ironic, but when they mean to the right of the stage, they actually mean over here by this table. That you could hear the faint click. This is the right place. Except it's not. Like right here. You hear that little clicking sound? That kind of tells you you're in the right spot. Basically, you wanted to be in the corner out of the way. Alright, we've done the thing. So now we need to go to Rivendell. And we're going to go do 2 things in Rivendell. Figuring out an outfit for Greenfields next week. Okay. Because Greenfields is on Belagir today. And next week it's here on Landy, isn't it? At least I saw a tweet from Lotra saying it was here. It was on Belagir. That might actually be kind of why it's quiet. Quieter in Bree than I was expecting. It's like the entire music community is someplace else. Well, for the most part. Oh yeah, there's a landing next week in Saranan. The phone. 3 freaking weeks? Wow. I mean, I understand Saranan because I believe Erlwen and Versen run the one on Saranan. Saranan. Gosh, dang it. Snowflakes. Stop acting up, you silly war steed. Yes, my war steed is named Snowflakes.
Greetings.
Alright, we're going to Rivendell. Rivendell. They're so nice. Yeah. So we need to talk to Aragorn to recall the reforging of Narsil. And then we need to go talk to Arwen up on the hill. So we're closer to Aragorn. Let's do the Aragorn one first. And then we'll ride up the hill to Arwen. And then we'll try to far range our way back to Karis Galathon. So we can go back to Karen Amroth. And we're going back to Karen Amroth many times. It's just going to be a thing. We're going to be in Lorien fairly up. Because Legolas and Gimli, we're going to go stop and talk to them there as well. Oh, man. Alright, let's go talk to Aragorn. Snowshoes. Man, they should have used some snowshoes. Hi, Boromir. Hi, Aragorn. They're both wearing pants because that was the big joke. Which I didn't make the connection until recently. But the big joke about, you know, the meeting, the Council of Elrond, and Boromir saying Gondor has no king, Gondor needs no king. And then it turned into a meme about Gondor has no pants, Gondor needs no pants. And I didn't realize until somebody said recently, yeah, this probably has to do with the Ralph Bakshi thing that neither Boromir nor Aragorn actually had pants on in that cartoon. They wore, like, thigh-length tunics, like, almost down to their knees, but they did not have pants. Yeah, that was a thing. Alright, Aragorn. Let's do the thing. And you don't normally get to see this particular
The time of
instance.
Isildur's heir is at hand. With the recovery of the lost Silithar,
It's because of the
Elrond has
Silthar quest.
commanded that the light of Narsil, which cut the One Ring from the hand of Sauron, be renewed and rekindled as Unreal, the flame of the West.
Thief is meowing.
Greetings.
All right, witness the reforging. We're gonna turn names off because we know who all the names are. Meow. Meow. Hi. The modern versions of Aragorn pantsless. You know? Bilbo can book when he wants to, I'm just saying. And Arwen is the one who's actually paying attention. The Silithar was a game creation to explain why Narsil and then Anduro glowed. The way he's hammering that sword with nothing supporting this, like, he's not using a proper anvil. He'd break the sword, bend it. Now that it's getting your sword in the middle of Theoden's tent. It has to count for something, surely. Yeah, Gandalf. Don't be gloomy, Gandalf. Yay. Heading off to dinner. All right. Well, we're going to be here for several more hours. All right. Okay. We have done that bit. Okay. Now, we are going to go talk to Arwen. I did notice that I did miss the remembrances on Weathertop, so we should go do that too. No. Meow. Meow. What's the matter, Thiefy-Kit? Why are you howling? Why are you meowing? He doesn't know why he's meowing. Thiefy? Meow! Come here. Come here. If you come here, you'll get pets. One thing I really do like about how Lotro integrates the player with the epic story from the books is in little things. It's like, well, we know that Halbarad brought the standard to the south and gave it and offered it to Aragorn, and Aragorn says, hang on to that, I know what that is. Come here. Come here. But I also appreciate how during the story of how Halbarad got the thing, you're allowed to be part of that chain, right? Hey, something just happened. Holy shit! What the actual shit? Kevin with the hundo. Aww. Kevin dropped a hundo just for you. Yes. Well, I guess I'm going to have to give away some Lotro points, don't I? Oh, and Geldwin just went away for dinner. Alright, well, let's do the giveaway, shall we? Kevin, that was so sweet of you. Always appreciate you. That is why you get the VIP gemstone, because you are Thief Kitty's biggest fan. You wouldn't kill him. Okay, well, let's do the thing. Give away reset. Make sure it's empty. Alrighty. Give away. Open. So this will be for 100 Lotro points. $100, 100 Lotro points. And I'm going to set myself a timer for 15 minutes. There we go. And as soon as my phone goes off, I will give that away. Oh, Moobot, don't announce all that crap. Jeez, oh Pete. Moobot, don't be a butt. Moobot. Arwen. The Lady Arwen. Wow, for a second there I thought I was going to yeet myself off of that. Okay. Hi, Kitty Thief. Well, apparently Moobot's going to announce entries into the giveaway, so hey, whatever works. Bots are going to bot, and I like Moobot for the most part. Moobot does take care of, like, nasty people trying to post, buy followers, spam to sites that are shady at best. Alright, I need to go to Weathertop, so we're going to go to Weathertop via Oscar Ruth. The same as we had done before. So, speaking of Weathertop, I was hinting at this earlier, but I have mentioned when Severlin told me about the server pinning thing, they're testing with OG Minas Tirith and the Etmors, I suggested they might want to add Weathertop to that particular thing. And we all know, because what happens on Weathertop in July. Though I really... when I've talked to Cordova a couple times about this, is he really does wish that Weatherstock happened in August, because he can't participate in July, because that's when he has the sun every summer, right? So he can't participate in that. And he has expressed to me that he felt kind of bad that he couldn't support it as much as he would like to. By being present or doing more stuff to support it, because it is the largest player event every year in the game. But because he's always, being dad, he doesn't have that opportunity. The thought of Cord dropping Balrogs at Weathertop? No, he wouldn't actually do that. I don't think he would actually do that for, like, somebody else's event. Like, between bands? Like, while one band is getting off the stage and one band is setting up for the act. Weathertop or Weatherstock, really, no, we could not do that. The lag would be too intense. Because some folks, let's be real here. Some folks play on potatoes and they can barely play Lotra as it is and run bands on their potatoes. And that's really one of the concerns that some folks in the Lotro community expressed, is because they're basically holding on for dear life with devices that are below minimum spec required to play the game. That if they do the 64-bit servers, will that mean that they need the 64-bit client and they can't use the 64-bit client? So I think they would be careful about that sort of thing. And that's also why I'm going to suggest to Cord to be a bit more careful when he's doing his anniversary stuff next year, because dropping the Balrogs and those other mobs right outside the west gate of Bree when we're on the border of that in Bree was really, really difficult for the server, because the server had no freaking clue what was going on. And we're going to take the shortcut up the Weathertop here. If you didn't know, there's a shortcut to the top of Weathertop. Oh yeah, I mean, that was always, it's always been, I mean, there's some folks who get really frustrated because they don't get anything because, you know, of the lag, or unfortunately, there are times when other people are greedy. Trying to get multiple items rather than get one and get the hell out of the way kind of thing. And that's what I did. I got my one and got the hell out of the way. And didn't take extras. Because, unfortunately, one of the things is some of them would bind to character and some of them were bind to account. The only thing that I thought was okay was, other than the consumable fireworks, which nobody actually really cares about, is everything was bound in some fashion. You couldn't even see Cord. Yeah, it was rough. Especially if he was on a Hobbit character. I do know one thing that I did on all the worlds is I turned off all the nameplates except item names. So I couldn't see any player names. I couldn't see anybody's pet names, any of that stuff. I was just like, yep, nope. Alright, we need 2 more. And I think there's one over by Floyd and DeWitt. And I think one of the other ones is over here. If I recall correctly. Should I jump off of Weathertop too? There's no deed for it, but it's always fun to try. I gotta get on the other side of this. Wait, no. I was on the correct side to start with. I floated into it. Okay. Karen Amroth, Rohan, Paths of the Dead, Thorongil. Okay. The easiest one here. Let's go to Karen Amroth, because that one, we're always used to going to Karen Amroth. But I think for the majority of the folks who were participating, even if they didn't necessarily get something, they were still having fun. Which, at least I hope they were. I mean, most of the commentary... I mean, of course, I understand folks getting frustrated because of the lag, or folks getting frustrated because they didn't get anything because people were greedy. But I think for the most part, everybody was having fun, and they understood that this was a fun thing. And honestly, everything that he's dropping on the community loot list, all you gotta do is drop... Ooh, you know, we are close to that. I think in a lot of ways, people recognize it was just for funsies, and the fact that everything's on he was giving away is on the community loot list, that people will just be able to get some with the extra life campaign later this year. You know, drop $50, get however many picks off the loot list. Okay, where are we going? That's King's Gondor Polar Gear. That doesn't count. Actually, We can get the Springview Estate one. I think that'll be a good one to go to. It's in the East End net. Actually, it isn't in the Sutcrofts. I might have missed something in the Sutcrofts. Oh no. Okay, the Springview Estate is actually here in the Norcross. Oh, that is streaming. That's nice. I'm gonna miss that stream. I'm gonna break. So yeah, the Springview Estate is like right here. I should have probably picked up the Elthangles thing, but I did not. Oh, and I probably should because we're gonna be coming through the east wall, like over here, and riding across this area. So I'm gonna pick up the Elthangles Stable Master when I'm riding through. But we do have a bit of a ride to go on because I did not pick up some things. Because, yeah, we're going to be riding across the Entwash Vale picking up Remembrances. One of my least favorite ones. Because, whatever. Okay, well, let's go find the place that I need to go to. Which is in the Norcross. Oh, man. I did forget something, but we're doing pretty good on time. We're on year 4, and we're only 3.5 hours into this party, so we're doing pretty good. We're doing good. And having most of the stable pass already unlocked ahead of time, definitely helpful. And it's so pretty out. Look how pretty it is in Rohan. Look how pretty Rohan is. Even with the thing over there you can see in the distance everybody complains about. I never had a problem with it, honestly. I was not one of those people who had a problem with it. But I understand where people are coming from when they complain about it. Alright. Exclamation point. Raffle in chat will enter you into the raffle for 100 Lotro points that you can use. Or if you have more Lotro points than you know what to do with, you can always give to a friend. And then we will go on from there. Thank you to everybody who has donated so far, including Kevin, one of the biggest supporters of my channel. Always good to see you. Always glad when Thief Kitty comes to hang out so you can see Thief Kitty. And I'm going to pick up the Stable Master here since I'm literally riding right past it. Oh, I missed. Stepping out for second breakfast. What are you having, Igneous?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You don't want to know. You better be good. What's for breakfast? What's for second breakfast? But have a great time, Igneous. Pet the cat. Always pet the cat. When you have a choice, pet the cat. Always pet the cat. Always pet the cat. Yeah, always pet. I always tell Cordova to pet his cat too. It's like, hey Cord, pet your cat. Actually, she's got a Twitch emote. And I'm gonna drop it in my chat. And I'm very happy about this Twitch emote because I made it for Cordovan. I took a photo of his cat and photoshopped it into a Twitch emote. Alright, we're in the Norcross. There's a great fish. Ooh, fish and chips? Ooh. That sounds tasty. I love me some good fish and chips. I think I only had fish and chips like maybe twice in all the times I was in the UK. Twice. There's a burr, there's a burr. There's some more burrs. Bum ba dum bum bum bum. I'm gonna get the Stable Master first, and then I will go get the brooch. Have a great time, Igneous! Ignore the warband! Again, we're not here to be sidetracked. Don't forget the battered... Ooh, the battered sausage. Sausage. Yeah, I don't think I've actually had battered sausages. Well, that sounds like a thing.
Our mission is dire.
Though I will say, the times I've been to Scotland, I've never actually had haggis. I've never had haggis. And what's an iconic Irish meal? God, I scared the crap out of myself for that one. Alright, it's time to see who's gonna win the thing. Stop making noise. Okay, let's keep an eye on where I am, because I need to go over here, I believe. Alright, we only have just a few folks who entered the giveaway. Ah, Galbus got in there at the end. I think he likes to do that a lot. Alright, let's do it. Let us do the thing. Alright, give away clothes. Give away draw. Squirrel! Squirrel has won 100 Locho points. Yay! Alright, let me open a whisper window to you. And hey, you won from me. You won last year. This is cool. So let me go look in my Slack DMs, which is where I have the codes. I should probably copy them into a file because that way I won't lose them. Copy, open notepad. Alright, copy this one. Alrighty. There you go, squirrel. Yay! Coal cannon? I've never had coal cannon. Alright. Let's go get us a brooch. Brooch, brooch, brooch. This is one of those things, like, I remember where it's supposed to be based on the landmark next to it. Like, it's in a little dip, but there's like a rock next to it. And I remember that it's near the creek. Again, we don't say creek, we say crick. In this little dip over here, next to the warband. There we go. You must face the target! We had haggis in Scotland and Kilkennan in Ireland. Okay, so the band of orcs was running along there, and Pippin did a little bit of a. Alrighty. Karen Amroth, Pass of the Dead, Thorongil. I think Pass of the Dead is actually closest. Yep, Pass of the Dead it is. Or we can do yet another ride to Karen Amroth, because it's going to happen a lot. Yeah, I think we'll do that, actually. I'm going to change my mind. Because we can then immediately pop back here and then go ahead to the Paths of the Dead.
can I be of service?
You can let me go to Karascalathon. That's what you can do. At some point, I will be taking a short break to use the restroom and stretch a little bit. And later on, as we get toward the evening, I will also then get... Actually, I'm probably going to get an apple pretty soon, I think, maybe. I think what we'll do is I will take a brief break after I get this card done to use the restroom and get my apple, cut up my apple, and yes, you're going to have to listen to me chomping on my apple. Unless it really bothers folks. Yes? In which case I'll mute it and forget to unmute. It'll be fine. Meow. 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 What's really funny to me, well, it's kind of sad because of the performance issues as to how things appear in the background. I always find it a little bit amusing that I could always see the flet for Karen Amaroth before I could actually see the tree that it's on. But I think because I've loaded in here often enough, it's actually loading, right? So I think my game is probably running over 4 gigs of RAM right now. Eleanor. And more Eleanor. I think one of the saddest things is when it talks about Aragorn coming to fetch the hobbits and the others from the hill at Cairn Amroth, and that moment when he picks, you know, the Eleanor and has that look in his eyes, and it says that he left the hill of Cairn Amroth and came there never again as a mortal man. He's like, in all the years since that day, he never came back there. Like, they never came back to, like, reminisce at the very least. So it always felt very profound to me that Tolkien said Aragorn never came back. So it sounded like he never came back to Lorien at all throughout the rest of his lifetime. Because I don't see why he would come back to Lorien and not go there with him and Arwen. Because, of course, the journey north from, you know, after the wedding, you know, many farewells, and they went through Rohan. And they stopped in at Isengard. And then they rode on the west side of the Misties up, you know, until they, you know, the king turned back at a certain point. Like at the Gap of Rohan, I think he turned back and went back to Gondor. And it was just Gandalf and the hobbits.
Greetings, friend.
And the other fair folk, because they were with Celeborn and Galadriel until they turned aside at the Red Horn. Did they not? Okay, we are going to the Paths of the Dead, so we need to go to Edoras from here. And then we'll take the Swift Horsey up to Underharrow.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Do. Alright. So, one cool thing that I believe was generated. Is, I believe, that Kevin's generosity kicked us enough over that I'll probably get the extra life die this year, which would be really cool. I have so much extra life swag over the years, thanks to, again, my community and the overall Lotro community being so damn generous, which is not a bad thing. That basically makes you in high esteem. That if you do certain things for extra life at certain points of the year, they do special rewards. I mean, they have their standard rewards, like if you raise, I think like 500, I think it is. Then you get a silver medal. If you get over 1,000, you get a gold medal. Not real, like 24 karat solid gold, but gold plated. It's fine. And I have a very nice collection of those because you all are so freaking awesome. Ah, it's the Poogle Man, looking super scary. I think Corey is like, he didn't, I don't think he understood the Lotro interpretation of the Poogle. And that's, I guess, a fair. Alright, but we're gonna go 3 remembrances deep into the Paths of the Dead. And this will not be the first time, or not to be the last time, we're gonna be visiting Dunharrow, because one of them is gonna have us thanking Eowyn. Though I did wonder, like, if this place was supposed to be so scary, why the hell would you put a muster up here? I mean, just in terms of morale, it's like, this place over here is scary and there's orcs wandering around and there's dread. Why the hell are you stabling your horses up here? Though I do like these ancient pillars, carved pillars up here in the Dimhold. I do appreciate how the skybox changes and it's like, ah! It's creepy! This looks like how it looked outside my house during the eclipse. It was so dark. I was like, holy shit, it looks so cool. Alright, here's a remembrance. And I'm pretty sure the other two are right on the road, so... Well, this would be a great place to go hunting for mushrooms. I'm sure Egon Spengler would love this place. I mean, it's got mushrooms, because as we all know, he collected spores, mold, and fungi. And he also liked ghosts, you know, learning about ghosts, so him and Tobin's spirit guide would have a field day over here. Yeah, the eclipse was really cool. I got a work call like a few minutes before the closest totality that my area was going to get, and I was super salty about it. I was like, get the hell off my phone. I didn't say that to the client, because you don't say that to a client. But I'm like, get the hell off my phone. I'm going to go outside. And so I use a wireless headset. Like, I use this wireless headset for my work. And I just basically went outside anyway and looked at it and took pictures and was like, yep. And then eventually he's like, the client had to do something real quick. I'm like, okay, let me call you back in about 10 minutes. And they were okay with that. How much of a dread we got in here? Just one dread. It's like, Dread, why don't you go back the way you came? It's because I want to go this way, because I need to get to Pelargir. And so what I'm going to do is go out the western Gondor side and take the swift travel from Morlot to Dol Amroth, and then from Dol Amroth to Pelargir. Look how cheerful it looks. So, one thing that I recently discovered, that a side quest in King's Gondor led to a bit of representation. That since it's a side quest, it doesn't impact the epic story. But interestingly enough, it did impact a book character. Now, this isn't obviously the first time that Standing Stone made adjustments to the backstory and the lore of a book character. See also Earnor. So it's always been part of the game that they could do something like that, even in major ways. But in this case, they added an LGBT storyline about that person. And it was something small, something minor. If you blinked, you missed it kind of deal. And generally the folks who get really upset that gay people actually exist would theoretically be upset about it. I can understand how some people in the gay community be like, oh, yeah, gay person dead. Surprise. But it's the lore character who died anyway, so Tolkien killed the character, so it's not like Standing Stone killed the character.
These are troublesome times indeed.
There's somebody who fell at the Pelennor. Alright, so we got the Stable Master. Let's go from here.
Gondor needs your aid.
We're gonna go to Dol Amroth. And the quest line was really brief. It's like, you gotta go find somebody. And you find out why that somebody went wandering, why you had to go find them, because they were missing. And they were grieving for their beau who died on the Pelennor. Okay.
How may I help you, friend?
We want to go to Pelargir. We want to go talk to... I just picked the wrong Pelargir, too. Good job, me. It is now getting toward dusk again. I think it is actually dusk. It is dusk. So for those who are paying attention to in-game time to do the fireworks in Bree, it's almost your time.
Gondor needs your aid.
Yeah, I'd actually played it on my stream after I represented the paper last week. And I had found this out accidentally when I was actually doing research for the paper. I was like, wait a minute, why does this character have this quest in King's Gondor? And it wasn't about the character, it was about their lover. And so I read up on the quest, so I knew what to expect. Alright, we picked it up while we were on the Stable Master. Alright, and now we need to go to Minas Tirith to go to After Battle. Can I get to After Battle from here? Negative. Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. Pardon me. So basically, I think the only people who would legitimately have a fault with that quest were the gay community being upset that, oh, gay person is dead. But the caveat to that being, well, the gay person was killed by Tolkien. And then the folks who are just irrationally mad that gay people just exist, right? I can't speak to that beyond, you know, I don't understand why people would be mad. Well, I guess I can understand, but I don't hold to that belief. I think such people need to chill the fuck out. Anyhow, let's go to Osgiliath after battle, and then we'll go to Aragorn's Pavilion after battle, and then we will take a quick break. Because I gotta use the restroom. I want to take a bit of a stretch. And it's good 4 hours, so if I'm expecting a 12-hour stream, that'll be nice. And then I can go chop up an apple and have an apple to munch on. Because apples are awesome. Okay.
How may I help you, friend?
Alright. Aragorn's Pavilion. Aragorn has plans. Alright. We're done with year 4. Let's get back to the party tree. And we're back just in time for another cool-ass sunset here in Rohan. And one thing I'm hearing in the background, by the way, I am hearing that one of the sound effects from the Paths of the Dead is looping. So Alt-R, and go to music, go to the horn, clicky here. Dim chimes, dread, dim Bartok. So all these, here's what you do. You do this. Stop it. Alright. You filter, then you unfilter. And then all of a sudden, the stuck sounds go away. Alright. Party tree.
How can I be of service?
All right. 4 hours. Doing very well today. We'll pick up year 5. And then we'll take a quick break. I get a banner of the Paths of the Dead. Hey, it's Laralda! One of the more recently returned members of the Lonely Mountain Band. Amazing person.